You are planning a trip to Budapest? In this video I'm going to show you all the important things that you can see and visit in just a few days.
Hello and welcome, my name is Sheila and we are going to start with the exchange rate and where you can exchange money in Budapest. This is where I go, it's called Correct Change. They are quite good with the exchange rate and they don't charge too much for it, as you can see. Here we are at the Móricz Zsigmond Körtér. These machines are examples of where you should never take your money out because they charge you a lot for giving you money out. You should go and take out from the bank. So let's start our visit of Budapest with the Parliament House. It's a beautiful place from the river in front of it, as from up close as well, or from the inside. You will see, we will go and visit it. It's absolutely beautiful. Parliament in Hungarian is said országház. Ország, which means the country, and ház, which means the house. So országház is the house of the country. As you can see, there's a lot of scams for all kinds of tickets that you can buy online to go visit anything in Budapest, so you have to be careful. You should always go on the official websites and make sure that you buy only from there, because you never know, you might give your money and all your bank information to some scam. So please make sure you always go to the correct websites. In this example, I tried to buy on the official website and it didn't work because they had only one place left. And in the meantime that I was online, someone else bought it. So obviously that's why it didn't work. But at the end, I changed the date and it worked. And then I get an email confirming my purchase. Obviously, if you want to visit the parliament in the language that you want, in the date and times that you choose, you have to book it well in advance. I did everything last second because I didn't even think about going to visit these places. And so I didn't really have a choice of the date and time and whatever. I just took whatever was left in the time that I was here in Hungary. But it's really worth visiting, and the Hungarian parliament is the third biggest parliament in the world, right after the Parliament of Bucharest in Romania and after the Parliament of Argentina. Right behind the Parliament House in Budapest, there is two museums you see underground that you can go visit. And there's also these shoes on the Danube riverside. It's a memorial erected on April 16, 2005, conceived by film director Kantogi with sculptor Gyula Power to honor the Jews who were massacred by fascists during the Second World War. And to finish on a happier note, this is the shoes I've seen someone in on the subway. Let's go on with the typical restaurants that you could come to in Hungary with beautiful, very good Hungarian food. I have not been to all of them. I just know that those that I'm putting into this video are supposed to be very good. This one I've been to. This is called Retek. Retek, which means radish, and it was a very, very good restaurant. As you can see, in the evening, it's very cozy and nice. They have sometimes solo piano concerts, and as you can see, I am eating something very, very good. This one is called marhapafa, which is literally translated by beef cheek. I have also eaten a wonderful cold fruit soup for dessert, which is normally not a dessert, and this is what I paid. Let's go on with St. Stephen's Basilica, which is also a very nice place to see. It's in the center of the town, where basically you will find the most tourists. On the terraces of the cafes, they cool people down with like cold water steam, which is very nice and refreshing. And to tell you the truth, I did not go in here because I didn't want to pay for another thing. But I went into the Opera House, which is right here, and which is also very, very nice. Same thing as for the Parliament House, you have to take your ticket in advance if you want to have the day and the language that you want. I had no choice. I had to visit it in Spanish, which it doesn't matter because I speak Spanish as well, but it's always better to be able to choose the language that you want. We also had the chance to have a tiny little concert that comes with the ticket, and listen to this. It lasted about 10 to 15 minutes and everyone was absolutely delighted with the show. Now that we have visited quite a few things, it's time for restaurant again. This is the next one I tried for you. It's a very good one and this is what I paid, but I didn't drink anything. And then I had some dessert again in this place. It's for people who have a lot of allergies, as here they have a lot of raw, vegan, gluten-free things. And so I tried this as well. It was quite okay. There is also a lot of restaurants here in the Goju Passage or Goju Udvar, Goju Court. They have a lot of things here going on, especially in the evening, as you can see here. And so if you want to go out and have a little fun in the evening and meet people, I think this is one of the places where you could come to. I say one of the places because there's also this place, which is called qu'il, which means stone soup. And here I have eaten already, not this time, but I have eaten already previously, and it's very good as well. You can try this place as well. Let's go on with the big synagogue of Budapest, which you can visit as well. It's a beautiful place to see. And after that, in the same quarter, there is the Simploket, which is this place where really this place is like the place to be when you want to go out in the evening and meet people. Right next to it, there is like a street food thing, which is quite expensive and not very good food, but at least in the middle of the night, you're hungry when you go out. You know that next to it you can eat something. Not too far from here, there is also another restaurant that is very good, which is called the Negro Mongolica Bistro Bar. I have eaten some very good food here, and I have taken a very typical dessert, which I love, which is called this one, Turo Gombots, and this is what I paid. If you want to see a very beautiful place and you have way too much money, then you can come to the beautiful New York Cafe. I advise you, like in every other place, to book in advance, because if you don't book in advance, the only place you will see is the downstairs place where you have no daylight, and all these people are waiting to get in there to be seated. Here there's another restaurant that was closed in the summer when I was there, but which is normally open. And this is one of the many train stations in Budapest. This is not as nice as some other ones, but anyways, I wanted to film it. And the other thing that you have to know is that the subways in Budapest are very, very deep. So if you're afraid of heights, you might want to take the elevator to go down. And this subway, for example, is the line number 4, the green line, and it has no driver. It's a completely automatic subway. The white bridge in Budapest is called the Elizabeth Bridge, and very close to there is the thermal bath Rudas. And in the outside whirlpool of this thermal bath, you can see the whole town, and it's absolutely beautiful. You can also go up to the Citadella, where you will see the Hungarian Statue of Liberty. And on your way down, you can visit the Troglodyte Church. Almost in front of the Troglodyte Church, you will have the thermal bath Gellért, which is also a hotel, which at the moment is still closed for renewal, but it will open very soon, I think. And anyways, the thermal bath is still open, and these are the opening hours. The daily entrance tickets are always more expensive during the weekends, and in general, it's about between 30 and 35 euros the entrance. The green bridge in Budapest is called the Liberty Bridge, and it's right in front of the Gellért Hotel and Bath. And right on the other side, you will see the very famous market hall, which is this place. In here, you can find all kinds of Hungarian foods, very typical. You can find all kinds of souvenirs. You can buy anything you want. And if you want to go to a real restaurant, which is a little bit atypical, this is right in front of the marketplace. And as you can see, it's very original. It's supposed to be good with typical Hungarian food, but I don't know, I didn't go eat in there because there was too much of a waiting line. This metro line M1 is the second oldest metro line in Europe after London. With this subway, you can come to the Hero Square, which is right here. But in here, there is a lot of things to see besides Hero Square. You can, of course, visit the Fine Art Museum of Budapest, as well as another art gallery, which is this one. And behind this, you will find a big park with a big castle called Vajdahunyad Castle. And here, typically in the summer, you can go on little boats. And in the winter, this is the ice rink, where you can come ice skating from mid-November to February since 1926. Inside this castle, you will find the agricultural museum, as well as a lot of beautiful things to see and do. So do not hesitate to come in, as coming in this place is totally free, and there is a huge park behind it. This whole place is called Városliget, as you can see. It's very, very big, and there's this inflatable balloon that they do now that wasn't here previously. As you go along with your walk, you will find the Széchenyi thermal bath, which is right here from behind. That means this is not the entrance. You have to go on the other side, and the entrance is right here on this side. You can see that you can book your tickets online, which will facilitate your entrance, which will save you a lot of time when entering this place. It has 18 pools altogether, 15 indoor pools and 3 big pools outside, going from 18 to 40 degrees. This place has been here since 1913, and the stunning neo-Baroque architecture has been designed by Joseph Ziegler. The thermal waters in Hungary in general contain a lot of minerals and have medicinal properties. They can treat rheumatism, skin problems and respiratory problems. When you get out of this bath, just in front of it there is the Budapest Zoo that's also worth going to have a visit because it's beautiful. And then on the other side of the street, I'm going to show you right now, over there is the Biodome. I don't know if there's anything to do in the summer in the Biodome, but in the winter you definitely should come and take a look because they have a beautiful light show and it's really worth coming to see. This here is the entrance of the zoo, and just right next to it is the Gundel restaurant. This zoo was opened in 1866 and it was decided to add a restaurant to the increasingly popular park. At the beginning it was run by Ferenc Wampetic, who spectacularly rebuilt it for the Hungarian millennial celebrations of 1896. Then in 1910, Gundel took over the management of the restaurant. Here you have regular live music, you have beautiful Hungarian food, typical. It's really, really nice to come and eat here. I've eaten a chicken paprikash and the typical Gundel pancake for dessert. This one, the Gundel palacinta. Very good. Then we had something to celebrate with the family, so we went to the Szaletli restaurant, which is very good as well. We have been eating all the food that they have on the menu. We have tried everything. It was really, really beautiful and very good, and also typical Hungarian restaurant. I can only recommend it. And since it was a special event, we had also special cakes for dessert. This is what we paid for 8 people. Next, we have the famous chain bridge, which is called Lánchíd in Hungarian. It's a suspension bridge that spans the Danube River between Buda and Pest. It opened in 1849 and was the first permanent bridge across the Danube River in the Hungarian capital. Right in front of it, on the Buda side, you have the Leo rooftop Budapest. It's a restaurant and a bar. It's very beautiful. You have a wonderful view from there, and the food is also very good. I tried the basil watermelon and cucumber and pear cocktail. The basil watermelon was wonderfully good, but the cucumber and pear, blah, not that good. From here you have a superb view on the chain bridge, which is 375 meters long and 16 meters wide. And cheers! Egészségetekre! It's very good. Then I went for a salmon dish and a Caesar salad, but the Caesar salad was not too good because it was full of mayonnaise and I really don't like that. If it hadn't been so full of mayonnaise, it would have been very good as well. The salmon was very good though. And this is what I paid. Obviously here you also pay the view. Just across the street from this place there's the kilometer 0, which is right here. And all the highways in Hungary are counted from here. Here, as you have seen, you have also the funicular that goes up to the Budapest, which is a beautiful place to see. It's really worth going up with this if you don't want to walk up, and then you can walk down. But walking up there is not very difficult either. Up here you will find the Assumption Church of Budapest, which is also called Matthias Church. This church is right behind the Fisherman's Bastion, and as you can see, you have to pay to get in. This is the Holy Trinity statue that commemorates the people of Buda who died for 2 outbreaks of the Black Plague. We now arrive to the very famous and beautiful Fisherman's Bastion. It's been built between 1895 and 1902 to celebrate the 1000th anniversary of Hungary, inspired by the neo-Romanesque architecture of the early medieval period. As you can see from here, you have a stunning view of Budapest. The Fisherman's Bastion has 7 turrets to represent the 7 Hungarian tribes that founded the country in 895. Here you can see a bronze statue of Stephen I of Hungary mounted on a horse. Just for info, when I was young, everything here was completely free, but now almost everything you have to pay for. If you're hungry, up here as well you can find a very good Hungarian restaurant. Now, let's go through the Habsburg Gate towards the Budapest Castle, but first let's admire the Turul mythical bird, a statue installed in 1905 and created by Gyula Donát. This bird is supposed to bring vigilance and protection over the nation. Going down the stairs of the Habsburg Gate that was designed by Alajos Hausmann, you will see the fountain of the fishing children that was handed over in 1900 and designed by Károly Senyei. The equestrian statue of Prince Eugene of Savoy is standing on the Danube terrace. This neo-Baroque statue has been created by József Róna. The main building of the Royal Palace is housing the Hungarian National Gallery and the Budapest History Museum. Let's move on to the Hunyadi Court, where you will find the Mátyás Fountain. The story behind this beautiful fountain is a love story symbolizing the human heart's never-ending hunt for happiness. The Buda Castle's origin traces back to the 13th century when King Béla IV of Hungary constructed a royal residence on the site after the Mongol invasion. We will now be entering the Buda Castle Garden Bazaar. The garden and its buildings were built in the late 19th century between 1875 and 1883, based on the plans of one of Hungary's leading architect, Miklós Ybl. In this area, you will very often find all kinds of fun events like Christmas market, Easter market, or even a great program on August the 20th, which is our national holiday and also called St. Stephen's Day. On that day, we celebrate the foundation of the Hungarian state more than 1,000 years ago. Festivities always start a few days prior August the 20th and they conclude on August the 20th with a really huge fireworks. You definitely don't want to miss that, but you also have to know that it's the time where the city is the most crowded with locals and tourists. And if you're hungry, this is a little place where you can have tea, coffee, or something to eat. Let's move on to the Margaret Bridge. It's this yellow bridge that is the second oldest bridge in Budapest, and it was built between 1872 and 1876. This bridge will bring you to the Margaret Island, where you can also find this musical fountain. It plays a musical selection every hour on the hour. It also has a laser show. It runs from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day in the warmer months. This island was declared a public open space in 1908. The car access to the island has been limited since the 1980s. The island is 2.5 kilometers long and is the largest park in central Budapest. Here you can find a very big water park, a small zoo, Japanese gardens, and also a 5.3 kilometers long rubber-coated running track. As previously mentioned, there's a huge thermal bath on the island which is called Palatinus. It's open air, it has 15 pools, and it's open all year round. Here you will also find the Lumina Park Budapest, which is only open in the winter. It's also worth to come and take a look at the Japanese gardens because they are really beautiful. If you are hungry, this Kelly Vendéglő is a very good Hungarian restaurant. And we really love to come here to the Normafo on weekends for a walk. Here you also have this Elizabeth Belvedere where you can have a point of view. And if after all this you're still hungry, you can always go to the Szépilona Bistro or to the Nancineni. If you want to see something out of the ordinary, you can always come and check out the Children's Railway. It's run by children aged 10 to 14. If you haven't had enough bathing time yet, you can always try the St. Lukács thermal bath. It's definitely not as big and famous as the other ones I have showed you in this video, but if you just want to have a little relaxing time, it's good enough. If you come to Budapest in the winter, you can also visit the Garden of Lights. As mentioned, it's open only in the winter. If you are still hungry after all this, you've got the Trofea Grill étterem, which is good, or the Négy Musketás étterem, which is my personal favorite because I live very close to there. This is what I paid, but I was alone. Here, I'm trying to show you the difference between a 20,000 forint and a 2,000 forint bill. Obviously, the biggest difference is a zero, but when you have them folded up like I do in my wallet, then you can't really see the difference between the two of them, and it already happened to me that I actually gave a 20,000 forint thinking that I gave a 2,000, and thank you God that the person to whom I gave it thought that I was actually giving a 20,000 and gave me the change back. But if he hadn't given me the change back, I wouldn't even have realized that I actually gave him a 20,000, and he could have kept the 20,000 for himself, because the difference is so little that I didn't even realize that I gave him a 20. One of my girlfriends gave me the tip for this dessert place, which is supposed to be very good. And there are a few places here that I'm just going to write down like that and that you can check out, because they are very nice places, either to go out at night, either to go to eat. Sometimes they're a little bit out of the city center, like this Vasmacska Terrace, but it's on the border of the Danube, so it's a very nice restaurant. Here, there's also a very nice place on the border of the Danube, which is packed with restaurants and all kinds of places where you can actually go out at night and things like that. You can relax, you can chill, you can have a walk, you can have a swim, you can just, you know, go there and enjoy your time. But this is mainly for people that are staying more than just a few days in Budapest, because this is not really an attraction in Budapest, so I advise you to come here only if you actually stay a longer time. As you can see, there's also parks for kids, and there is a lot of beautiful fun things to do, especially in the evening as well. I mean, it's a relaxing place in the middle of nature. I really advise you to come here if you are staying long enough. It's beautiful to be here. And here you will meet mainly people that are actually from Budapest. My last recommendation on Budapest would be that every time you go into a restaurant, check out your bill and see if they actually put on the tip already, because sometimes they do. And if they did, then don't tip over that. Thank you very much to all of you who are supporting my channel, either by subscribing or by becoming a paying member of my channel. Thank you very much. I hope that you have enjoyed this video on Budapest with all the little tips that I could give you on the places that you can eat and everything. And I hope that you will try all of them. Enjoy your stay in Budapest. Cheers.